guys. We're starting the day in a little bit of spit and rain. Of course, this is Group B going out again to give it another crack today. Group B, you might remember, Group B had to fish in that really, really heavy wind. They've had the heaviest wind so far. Well, they're going to get a calm day today. And I know this doesn't look very calm behind me, but trust me, this is much more calmer than Group B had on their first qualifying day.
This could be the final day for a lot of these anglers this season on the Bass Pro Tour. Others, well, they're trying to make sure they secure a spot in the Red Crest and maybe even fish the knockout round and championship round.
You know, starting out the 2021 season on the Bass Pro Tour,
the Red Crest 2021 champion!
You know, I was super pumped up, and little did I know, things changed quick.
Coronavirus.
Countries around the world have now reported more than 1 million coronavirus cases.
You're probably wondering what the heck's going on. You just hold on for the next few minutes, and I'll tell you about the love of my life, bass fishing, championship style.
When it comes to off the water, two anglers are best of friends.
Oh, I know I'm the best.
Jacob Wheeler in contention for Angler of the Year.
Every grade in every single sport, if you watch them, they're oozing with confidence.
It doesn't matter if they're friends, they've got to try to win. Jacob Wheeler! Dustin Connell, the 2021 Red Crest champion.
This is what I live for. Like, I love this.
Let's face it, he kind of, just what you alluded to, kind of was in Wheeler's shadow there for a little bit.
9th place over in Group B tomorrow, but he's got to make that knockout round or it's Wheeler.
He's got one of the biggest wins in his career, so it's anybody's game. Who's going to make it on top here today?
You know, right now I'm sitting just below the cut. I'm like 7 pounds out of the cut, so we've got to make the top 20. And 7 pounds on this place is nothing. I mean, it's literally 2 bites. And I know that, and I don't feel like I'm behind at all. I feel like I'm right where I need to be at. It's gonna push me even harder tomorrow. But you know, this kind of reminds me of like that tournament I won. I mean, like the Red Crest. I mean, I did not have a good practice. And things develop during the tournament, okay? So if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You know, if I find a school of smallmouth tomorrow, then it's meant to happen, or if I don't, I'm still out here fishing for a living, doing what I love doing, and I'm happy with it.
Line's going to go in here in about 13 minutes. This could be the final day for a lot of these anglers this season on the Bass Pro Tour. Others, well, they're trying to make sure they secure a spot in the Red Crest and maybe even fish the knockout round and championship round.
You know, coming into this tournament, I'm sitting really good in the points, but I'm not in contention for like AOI. You know, Jacob, he's in contention for it, and he's fishing for it, and it's a huge, like, monumental week for him. But like for me also, somebody's gonna win this tournament. You know, I've got an opportunity at $100,000, you know, and a trophy and something else to put on your resume. And this week's big for me. Coming back from COVID, I'm just glad to be here, but I'm a competitor also. I want to catch them. All right, in the first period, caught 20-something pounds. We're 6 pounds above the cut.
Yes, sir.
And it ain't slick calm.
Chad, I think this weather delay that we're looking at, I've been going through all of our apps and everything that we look at. This storm looks like it's a nasty little booger, but it is moving.
Well, we got a weather delay, pretty bad squall line coming. So they told us to get off the water. And I don't blame them, because it's about to get bad. That's my luck. It starts storming, and I gotta go in.
what makes Dustin good? I mean, I think Dustin has, he is the most emotional dude. He's so full of ups and downs. When things are going great, they're unbelievable. When things are not, everything's trash, garbage.
Wherever the wind direction is blowing into, it's all of it.
But he has a way about him to figure things out. And he's very good at a few specialty techniques. He's really good at his electronics. We're very similar in that way as far as electronics goes. We utilize our electronics to our fullest. But every great angler, it's not about necessarily practice. It's about the decisions that you make within the tournament. Everybody can win practice or do well in practice, but then when you're dealt with different conditions than you had during practice, what do you do? Coming into this event, 12 points back to my good buddy Defoe. I'm not really in the driver's seat. I'm not, because I have to have a stumble. And I doesn't tend to stumble very often, so.
You know, we got focused on the Toro cut line, rightly so. That's what we always do. But Defoe got it done. It's going to be Defoe and Jacob Wheeler, and we could have the Angler of the Year decided tomorrow.
Got him. Got him.
Oh. Had a fun day, man. Pretty smooth day. Had a weather delay. Got out. Got some lunch. It was a pretty daggone good day. I'll be honest with you. I had 15 pounds on day one. Good comeback. Good comeback. They're not biting.
Hey, how many pounds you catch, man?
77.
77 pounds.
Yeah.
That was a big bag of the day, probably.
No, I think Alton had like 80.
Unbelievable.
I
Yeah,
had
dude, for a while.
I had a 5, 6, and 4, 4.5.
Oh my gosh. Freaking bag.
That's a bag. And I was like,
No.
3.
Unbelievable.
So I reel them up and they come up with him and they go back down. Literally stand on the front deck, another one. I'd pan over our block. Oh!
It's a.
You won't even be able to get on that tomorrow though. It'll be so windy.
Nah, you won't know.
Going into the knockout round, waking up this morning, I didn't sleep really good last night.
He may look like a normal teddy bear to all the folks back at.
It's a good luck bear right here. This is called Marshall.
It's called Little Marshall.
This is Little Marshall.
He's won
$800,000.
he's won a lot.
No, that's not an exaggeration. I won 300 with him. You won 400 with him.
At least 300. 350, 4, like right at 400.
If you win this tournament and AOI,
Like
you'll win $1 million.
He said he go to the Hall of Fame.
Unbelievable.
Hall of Fame.
Knockout round day. It's time to. We're all shooting for the top 8 today. Jacob's got a big day. AOY. Somebody's gonna win AOY today. There's not gonna be a tie. One or the other. So yeah, it's gonna be a good day. Made a good comeback yesterday. Caught 77 pounds. There's a lot. Could happen today. But I know one thing's gonna happen. The wind's gonna blow and there's gonna be like 5-footers. So yeah, I'm pumped up. You know, getting back to this level and getting back with the boys and us making the cut and whatnot, and being able to fish today, it feels so good. Like, gosh.
When it comes to off the water, 2 anglers are best of friends. I'm talking DC, Dustin, Connell, and Jacob Wheeler. But once they get on the water, especially here in the knockout round, it is 1-1. It doesn't matter if they're friends, they've got to try to win. Jacob Wheeler in contention for Angler of the Year. but Dustin Connell, the 2021 Red Crest champion. He's got one of the biggest wins in his career this season. It's all going to come down to who can outfish the other. Score tracker's been reset to 0, so it's anybody's game. Who's going to make it on top here today?
Very seldom do I get butterflies in my stomach, those nerves. Pretty cool cat for the most part. I've been in a lot of positions to win. But Angler of the Year is a different animal. Attifo qualified for the knockout round. I'm in the knockout round, and there's a very good chance that today we're going to decide who wins Angler of the Year. It's hard to shake that. It's hard to shake that emotion because it means the world to me. It means the world to me to win an AOY title, especially against this group of guys. But you have to, you have to put those emotions aside and go out there and shrug them all off and compete. I love the high intensity. I love when I have my back against the wall. That's what I want, because it pushes you to be better. You have to perform. You either perform or you crumble and fail.
Cool. There ain't there's little tree, there's nothing. Then it's gonna blow 25 today. How is that even possible? If it stay like this, it go down.
We started the year with 80 anglers, and now we're down to this knockout round to possibly determine which one of these guys, Ott Defo or Jacob Wheeler, are going to take home AOY.
Dustin Connell began the year by winning Red Crest, his first big national win for this young angler. Now, he had a very good first couple of days, but the final period yesterday, he was the best angler on the water.
We're qualified for Red Crest. We're leading heavy hitters. Leaving it all out there. There ain't nothing. We're going for the dub.
I'm gonna launch my boat in St. Clair. I'm gonna run out to where I caught my fish on day 1, see what sort of looks like, see what the bait looks like, graph around a little bit, and make a decision. I get out there, and I'm like, dude, this is not the deal. I pick my trolling motor up and run 45 miles to the river. And I shut down with like a minute to go, or maybe a minute after lines in on my first spot. And it's like, at least, regardless of what happens today, at least I know that I looked at what St. Clair was going to have to offer. It's out of my mind. I don't have to ever second guess myself saying, man, I should have went out there and looked. I did it. It wasn't the deal. My personal opinion, I don't think it is. I get to the river and super quick, first spot. Zzz.
I thought it was a good one right there. I didn't even know he had it.
So I commenced to reeling them in. Every throw, I'm catching small ones, 3-pounders, 2.5, 2-pounder. And it's starting to add up on Score Tracker. And I'm listening and I'm like, oh yeah, we're reeling them in, we're in second, we can move up to first. And I'm like, okay, at the end of period 1, we're leading.
Wheeler, one more. 20. Has to have it over the gunnel of the boat before time expires. He easily has that.
And you're in time. 2 pounds, 1 ounce.
There we go. Woo! Okay. 70 down. That's the way to end the period right there.
And I asked, I'm like, all right, boat official. I'm like, Mr. Official, where's Attifo at? And that's the battle for today. I still not caught a fish. And guys are catching them. period 2 comes along, and I'm sitting here, and I'm just scrambling. I'm trying to make things work. Period 1 was so awesome. I got on a school of fish. Period 2, things just went like nothingness. I couldn't even, I'm like, wind's getting up, waves are crashing, and I know, like, man, like, I could tell that my bite was going away. So going into period 3, the nerves are out of this world. This is the moment that you're sitting there like, you just know this is your season right here. This next 2.5 hours is gonna make or break you. I roll up to a place, throw my jig out there, I hop it. There he is. And I'm sitting there, I can feel the head shake. And I'm like, please don't come off. I need you so bad. It's a 2-pounder.
There we go. Oh my gosh, one more.
That 2-pounder right there meant as much as a 10-pounder would at any other time in my career. Because I knew that was the fish. That put me over 58 pounds. I feel like that was the fish that locked up the championship round. And it at least is going to give me an opportunity to see if I can win Angler of the Year.
Is it confirmed?
You are the 2021 Angler of the Year.
That's the thing. That's not a year accomplishment. That's not a season accomplishment. That's a lifetime of hard work for that sucker. Right? It's facts. Lifetime of work goes into that event. There is something that's so special to me. Like winning an event, there is something special about winning each and every single event. I love competing, but the pinnacle of the sport, top achievement for me is Angler of the Year. To now be the 2021 BPT Angler of the Year, like I might retire.
Not bad, I'll take it. Not bad, I will take it. Qualify for the last cup of the year. Started out this morning, caught me a big old catfish, first cast. Biggin. It took me a while to get going. I mean, I'd see the fish, but they just wasn't really biting that good. I think because of wind and all that. So, but late in the day, I started catching a few more, but it was a fun day. Fun day. It feels good to really be back going, reeling them back in. So, I'm very happy with this week. Very happy. I would have loved to catch a few more today, but yeah, you know, just getting back in the groove of things. Like, this is the last tournament of the year. I couldn't go out like that. Could not go out like that in the last tournament. So it feels good to be back, catching them, just doing this. This is what I love to do.
Hello? What's up, Dad?
Man, ain't you a happy man today?
Yeah, I am.
All that work you put in finally pays off.
Man, I know. It's freaking crazy.
We're so happy for you, son.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom.
I just think about all the times that we went fishing together and just think that you're where you're at. It's just thank God.
I know.
We love you too, buddy. Hey, have a good time tonight.
All right, see you guys.
Boys.
There you go.
Damn, got him.
Hey, got one for the house.
Got him. Just one more.
Tomorrow.
He's a big one. Yeah, he might get another one.
Hey, them right there are getting old. God dang.
He's a big one.
Alright, hey, good thing you're building about a 6,000 square foot house.
Hefty. That's like the trash bags.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, feel it.
I can't feel him because I don't even.
Hey, I have never touched one
Oh,
of these.
hey, that's the heaviest trophy you got.
That's like Red Crest trophy. It's the same thing, isn't it? It's like real similar to it, isn't it? Like real like heavy.
Hey, it only took you to win 3 in a year to win one. That's how hard them things are to get, man. They're really hard.
They
Man,
are.
well deserving. Well
Ain't no
deserving.
doubt. That's been a long time coming too. You've been working on that for a minute, bro. Yeah.
For a couple minutes.
Heck,
They give you 50 bands cash?
No, they didn't give me.
Not yet.
No, they give you
I gotta
cash.
try him on
I
for
want
size.
the cash.
Yeah, that's
$10.99.
I don't want to tie nothing.
$10.99.
I roll up to a dock. I have to like there's by time practice. I'm like, scoop it underneath there. It's like on a current seam. Doink. Being in the towards the top of the sport right now, and having all these accomplishments, it's easy to get complacent. Very easy. But that drive in me to compete, to work hard, to never be outworked, that is truly the most important thing to me. Now, I know later on in my life, as my little girl, she gets older, and my little boy, little boy is going to be born later on in October, I know there's going to be a time that it's going to get tougher and tougher and tougher and tougher. So there will be a time that I'll have to take a back seat and not maybe go do all the pre-practicing and prepping. But you can't get complacent. You have to, if you want to be at the top of your game in anything, you have to give it 110%. That's my goal for every single event. If I give 120% and I work hard and I give everything that I have, I can walk away from every event knowing, no matter how I finished, that I did everything in my power to give myself a chance to win that event. And if it comes to the point where I can't do that, I might as well not fish. Now, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Next year, new schedule, new lakes, some places I haven't even heard of. I'm looking forward to it.
Starting out, so let me just rewind. When I was 12 years old, I fished my first tournament with my brother. And, looking back and seeing where I'm at now, winning that Red Crest tournament and finishing high in a lot, all that hard work, I'm a big believer in whatever you put in something, that's what you're going to get back out. And I have worked so hard. I've sacrificed so much, like being gone away from home and all of that. But this, I don't even treat it like a job. This is just me getting to live my dreams. You know what I mean? Like this was my dream when I was 10 years old. Like it truly was. And me getting to live this dream that I have is beyond my expectations. And just winning a tournament, winning tournaments, the money side of it doesn't mean nothing to me. I mean, I just love being out here. I love if I was not fishing in Major League Fishing, I promise you I'd be on the water today somewhere.